This is a dangerous groups that we're dealing with now. This is a dangerous groups that we're dealing with now. This is a dangerous groups that we're dealing with now. This is a dangerous groups that we're dealing with now. This is a dangerous groups that we're dealing with now. This is a dangerous groups that we're dealing with now.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bills fans, welcome to 24/7 Buff Pandemonium presents the K-Gun Report Season 3, Episode 6. I'm Jarrod. Joining me tonight, we have Swank.
Yeah. What's up, everybody?
And Scott.
Hey, I didn't know whether to reach for something or start.
Oh. We also have Chris Christians, Debbie Emerton, Joshua Williams, Lonnie Cook is here. That's as far as I can scroll. Anybody
I got
else?
John John saying, hey, which you can see your comment right here. Literally, John Johns. Look at me, just hovering right above your name right there. We got Chris Christensen. We got Christian, sorry. Let's go Buffalo. We got Debbie Emerton. What's up, Debbie?
What's up,
Joshua
guys?
Williams. Let's go Buffalo. A lot of Let's Go Buffaloes. We got Lonnie Cook. We got Buffalo Spartan.
This is Sparta. Troy Pedito just jumped in.
What up, Troy Pedito?
What up, Troy?
We got Keely Smith. Man, tons of our favorites here. And look, real quick, man, we're live on Facebook, as always. We're live on YouTube, as always. We're live on Twitter as of the last month. And now we're live, for all you gaming nerds, on Twitch. OMGR. Oh, my God. Really?
How's
That
that even
blows the
possible,
mind.
Swank?
Well, you know, I have a problem when it comes to this kind of stuff, you know, and I just keep going and going, and then supercomputer will grind to a halt, and then we won't be able to do anything. It'll be awesome.
Until then,
Guys, what we're going to do tonight, Fandemonium, what we're going to do tonight is we're going to do another Mac draft represented by PFF,
Boston?
the stimulator.
You from Boston?
Mac.
What's that? Boston,
Mac
yeah,
draft.
down in,
We're going to go
but we're gonna do
Mac
another
draft
Mac.
with a little bit chowder.
down by the Hobbit, by the yard, where I parked my car. Anyway, kind of went on there. No, we're going to do another one. The guys did one this past Sunday and did one heck of a job, but there's going to be a twist today. We're not going to tell you what it is yet. But welcome everybody to the K-Gun Report. I'm going to start this right off the bat, Scott and Swank. I know we mentioned that a little bit earlier today. Before we get into this draft, hot topic again, once again, it always comes up is the Buffalo Bills traded a number one draft pick a couple years ago for the one and only Stephon Diggs. And people are comparing, is Jefferson is good? Was it worth it? Blah, 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 blah. Scott,
Justin
I want your
Jefferson.
take first. Would you still take that trade? Make that trade?
of course I would. You know, it's just not the name. It's just not the numbers. It's the brotherhood that's developed between our quarterback and our number one wide receiver. And, you know, anybody that's dissing that trade, you can't tell the future. You don't know what was going to happen, what the Bills were going to draft, what Justin Jefferson was all about. You can't do that. You can't say, would you do it again? But if I had to rewind and wait for that day to come, April 16th, and it was to happen again, I'd be very excited. You can't take away. He's the number one wide receiver in the league, the best route runner in the league. And obviously the Bills wouldn't do it because they just re-signed him to an extension of the contract.
Yeah, I mean,
Frank, what's your take, bud?
100 times over, almost guaranteed sure thing that we'd been rumored to be chasing for over a year before that. I don't know. It was a perfect marriage, man. I don't care what Justin Jefferson's doing over there. Like, he's with Kirk Cousins, who just signed the most ridiculous quarterback contract I've ever seen in my life. 1 year for $30+ million or whatever.
Yep.
And either commit to the guy or don't commit to the guy. We've talked about this before. So now you have a third year wide receiver who arguably could be a star, and is trending that way, right? Playing with a lackluster quarterback that's not really going to give him anything much more than what he's given. I think if we're talking about winners, losers, I think we won. I think Justin Jefferson is a great wide receiver, but the chemistry that Josh and Diggs have is completely incomparable to anything else that you could throw at him. How much more perfect it could have been. His swagger, the fact that he could give a guy like Von Miller a call, and talk in his ear, get him there. I just think what he's done for this team and his track record before he came here, to have that foresight to see what he could possibly do here, compared to a rookie who is always an unknown. I'll take that all day, man.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that Minnesota didn't make the AFC Championship game 2 years ago or the AFC Divisional Playoff game last year. So,
Well, they're in the NFC, though.
yeah, well, they wouldn't make the AFC, would they? But the NFC, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I do.
No, that's one of those things I've thought about today. Scott brought this up early this morning if we wanted to talk about it because it's everywhere on social media once again. And the thing is, exactly, you can't predict the future. You don't know what's going to happen. We wanted a number one receiver, obviously, that's proven himself. And if we can get him at the number one spot, knowing that he's already proven himself, then might as well, you better go get it. And they're two different teams, Minnesota and the Bills. I mean, they had Dalvin Cook. They have a great tight end quarterback that's okay above average. He has a good game every 3 games or so. But Stephon Diggs coming to Buffalo, I think, was a wonderful thing, and I'm behind being 110% on that decision. And if he made another one like that this year, I'd back him up too. So it's all a game of chance. They took a chance. Both teams are winning in this trade, but we'll know the final story 10, 15 years down the road when everybody's retired. So I'd take it again.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, we got Joshua
Yes.
Williams saying notorious Diggs, explanation, no explanation needed.
Notorious.
That's one of them shirts that, I don't know, is there any of those left? We were doing a closeout blowout sale.
I think there's maybe 2 or 3 of those left. Yep, there's a small, the 24/7 buff pandemonium black and white, and then we have a handful still of the red, white, and blue ones.
If you're interested in any of that closeout gear, just get a Scott or Jarrod. They'll help you.
Oh yeah. Oh
I'll
yeah.
hook you up.
We got Jason saying, such an amazing feeling to have top-tier talent choosing Buffalo. We need a fucking parade. I'll say it. I dropped the F-bomb for him. It's great.
Oh boy.
Debbie says,
Oh,
wide
boy.
receiver 1 is worth everything we did to get him and everything we did to keep him. What he brings to the team on and off the field has become immeasurable. Absolutely.
Yep.
Got
Yeah,
Couldn't say
Spartan,
better myself.
Spartan talking about how he's leaving for Vegas next Wednesday after work. Is he going to give us a little?
Yeah, guys.
He's mentioned it.
If you're a fan of the show, which many of you guys that are already on here are, we are having a live draft. The actual draft show will be April 28th. We start at 7 o'clock. The draft will start at 8, and we're going to watch all 32 picks coming up to our Bills at 25. And we're taking phone calls. So if you guys want to call in, tell us who you think the Bills are going to get. If you just want to have a conversation with us, we're all about that. And we're also encouraging other fans from other teams to give us a call, because when your team is up, the Giants at 5-7, and you want to talk to us about who you think the Giants are going to get, fire away. We're here for you. We're here to listen to you, encourage your pick, and remind you that there's no way you're going to be on the Bills' doorstep at all, even close to it this year.
Can you hear me knocking? Oh, he said,
All right,
check this out. Spartan says, I'm sorry. He says, I'll Zoom with you guys for live video at the draft. Yo, you better bring your headphones, bro.
Yeah, that's right. He's going to the draft.
You're just going to hear a bunch of noise and...
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
But
Dude,
listen,
that would be awesome. Yeah, let's do that. You and I think Lady Bills is going too. Aren't a bunch of you guys going, Spartan?
Yeah, it'd be cool to get that presence there for sure.
Oh yeah.
all right, guys. You guys haven't seen it yet, but if you saw this past Sunday sessions with Swank and Scott's draft show, they have a sweet little setup with that PFF. So everybody can see exactly what's going on. Get your pens and papers out again. We're going to do it again. What we're going to do is we're going to go round 1, and then we're going to talk about some players that we see. We're going to ask you, the Fandemonium, what you think, who you want, and then there might be some spots, as they did Sunday, where Scott and Swank just took whoever they wanted, but there might be some.
You noticed that, huh?
I like how Jarrod's sitting here pretending like he's the dad coming to be like, all right, kids, now calm down.
Listen, split it up, guys. You guys want to get this baby started?
Sure,
Yes.
man.
Let's do it.
Give me a sound effect, man.
Boo, 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 boo.
There it is.
That's a good thump. All right, what's the twist today, Scott?
I don't think we should do the twist, Jared. I know we mentioned we were going to make a trade and trade up and all that stuff, but As much, you guys vote. Do you want to do it? Do you guys want to make the trade with the Giants?
Are we going Homer or us or the viewers, man?
The viewers. The viewers.
Let's do that.
I have a nice trade scenario with the New York Giants that'll move us up a little bit. And I think it's a realistic trade, to be honest with you. The draft class, as far as quarterbacks goes, isn't all that great this year. And we all know that Dable and Schoen, the GM over there, went to New York, and a new coach, new quarterback. So I think they might actually trade one of their first number 5 or number 7 for a first rounder next year, so they can bump up in the draft next year for the quarterback with a higher ranked draft quarterback class. It's a realistic pick. I like it. I've made a couple moves with it, and we get a couple players that we wouldn't normally expect to get. But let us know if you want to make that trade. If you don't want to
do is we'll get yay or nay, and the first 3 yays or nays that we get, that's what we'll do.
Well, we already got a go for it from Dan O'Gorman. Spartan says,
right.
I think we will work a trade.
Okay.
We're waiting for more.
The reason we're asking is because there has been a rumor that Bean is going to be aggressive in the draft. And if you watch the show, the K-Gun Report and the Sunday sessions, the pre-draft show with Scott and Swank, you'll see that we don't think the Bills have 8 picks this year, and we honestly don't think that they're going to be using all 8, let alone needing all 8. So to make this trade would actually be pretty cool.
We're doing the trade, Scott.
All right.
Troy's
so you guys, Troy's in on it? All right. So this is a trade with the Giants. As you see, guys, we're picking 25th as Buffalo. We're going to go 7 rounds. I'm going to enter the draft here, and let's see if this trade will go through here. Sometimes it fights you a little bit. Let's go find out where the Giants are.
Up top.
All right. So do you want to go 5th or 7th? 7th?
5th. They're not going to get 5th. We're not going to get 5th.
because they want to get their guy if they have somebody, right?
Right. So right now I'm going to trade our 7th, our 25th for the 7th, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what I was able to do also is get 67. They're 67 for 89. And I also threw in our next year's first round draft pick. Now there's a 47% chance, you see it down here, that we'll get this trade. Let's see if they take it. Hold on.
Ooh.
Hey.
Boom.
Just got to be persistent.
He's got to be persistent.
Please.
And Swank, you want to know the interesting thing?
What's that?
Jarrod and Fandemonium, if I put Tremaine Edmonds and Saquon Barkley in that trade with the same exact thing, it bumps it up to 100% accepted trade from the New York Giants.
Wow.
Really?
So that'll be interesting.
I'll say this really fast. Tremaine Edmonds, I just saw, made a short list of first 5 players to reach his age group with the amount of tackles, like career for NFL players, and he was like number 2 or 3 on that list.
He was ranked 2 behind Kuechly.
Kuechly, yes, which is that was very interesting to me.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I would think that those kind of things that we've been bringing up about him, I know there's been a lot going on, but one thing that I've been trying to like hammer over the head here is that maybe he's not a superstar. That's okay. I think he fits enough and he's young enough to where maybe we can get a little bit off that contract negotiation moving forward and have a really stout Mike linebacker. So.
Yep, I'm hoping for him. This is last year of his contract and no extension yet, so we shall see. A couple of the comments. Dan O'Gorm says force the trade. You could force a trade, but I don't like doing that. And Paul Rossi says if Booth is gone at 25, trade down and collect second, send third round picks. My 2 cents. For what it's worth, grab punter late, dump later pucks to collect pucks for next year picks. Okay,
he means picks.
I hear you.
I saw you guys in your draft picks. You guys usually get that Azazier or that punter.
Areza.
So Scott did this thing where he like figured out how to pronounce his name before the show because we were struggling on Sunday. I was struggling on Sunday. I think the read enunciation thing is like wearing off on me, right? But
it's transferring over.
He was playing the thing and it was just like, oh, it's like a guy from like New York City saying a razor. It's like a razor.
You can't get in that package? Go ahead and grab a razor.
Hey, Mickey, hand me a razor.
Get a little bit of that foamy stuff, too. I need the razor.
All right. So you guys ready to do this?
That foamy stuff.
So Fandemonium Mafia, if you're watching, if you're just tuning in now, you'll see the trade that we made with the Giants. And again, the reasoning behind this is because the quarterback class next year is a lot better than it is this year. And I think Dable's going to want a quarterback within the next 2 years. Swank alluded to it, mentioned it last week. If those guys are going over there, it'd be smart if they followed the same thing that the Bills did to become successful. In 2017, we did our thing. We filled a couple spots, and then we went and got our quarterback the next year. The Giants very well could do that this year. That's why I gave them our 25th and a first round next year so they can bump up in the draft next year. So we've got the 7th and the 67th from them.
And isn't this exciting that we know that there is a chance that Bean could be trading up and doing whatever this year? That's a wonderful thing about watching him. It's so awesome. I just want to say a quick hey to Tony Yano. Welcome to the party. And Chris Dutcher.
What's up, Tony?
Guys.
All right, you ready for this?
Let's do it.
All right, we're going to start the draft.
Let's hope that guy that we want's there.
Well, right now, Gardner and Stingley just left.
Yeah, I saw that.
So that's
So we
what
start
happens.
over?
no, we're picking.
Hey, can we just start it over? It's like
Keep going until we get what we want.
dude. It's like when you're like losing at Nintendo and you're like, oh, reset.
So obviously, when during the real draft, these trades don't happen until right before. So Bills won't trade up if those two guys are obviously gone. We had to trade up to make it work. But if I can throw my 2 cents in there really quick, I think Kyle Hamilton should be who we get to fill in for Poyer and Hyde and in the future. And he's an animal, and that's who I would go after right now is Kyle Hamilton.
There you go, Jared.
I'd still be going corner. You pretty much have your pick of what's left, which is a lot. You only got 2 guys that went off the top. Go ahead, play Kyle's highlights there. We figured out we could do that if we didn't have the sound on. So,
that's cool.
So Kyle Hamilton's obviously the top safety that's going out in the draft this year. It hasn't been done with top 5 picks since Sean Taylor, Washington, took him a safety going top 5. So this would be something pretty crazy if he could be taken. Yes, he's a big guy, 6'4", 220. He flies to the ball. He's all over. And you see right here, he's playing man. He's not even playing zone. I don't remember what kind of defense Notre Dame did play. But like I said, right here's man. This would not be a fit for Buffalo if they played man. I imagine he can play the zone pretty well, but here comes another play. Let's see here.
Paul says would be insane to get him.
I mean, that was a 2 deep zone right there.
Yep.
He was able to come down and get it. So that's good. It would be good to get him.
My boy Brent Thomason said, dude's a hammer.
Yep.
Oh, great take.
Yeah.
Brent, I waited for this for you.
Speaking of
Cheers,
beers and the draft party, Paul Rossi, we want to thank you very much. Paul guys is sponsoring our drinking habit for the draft party. He wanted to do it. We've mentioned before having a sponsor and a beer sponsor, and he messaged us and said, "Hey guys, I want to buy your beer for the party." So we love it. We thank you very much, Paul. You've been a supporter since day one, and we appreciate it for sure.
Hell yeah, man. Hopefully we see you at the Rager Part 2. Come hang out.
Oh, yeah. So this is, guys, I want to point this out before we go ahead and try to pick someone. This is exactly why Detroit is picking second all year. They need a quarterback, a linebacker, and the first thing they went after is a corner. Yeah, they need a corner, but still. Derek Stingley for the Jets. Jets actually gave up the most points in the NFL last year, so they need some help on defense. So what are we going to go?
I also like Swank's take. We do need a CB. So I like Kyle Hamilton because I know he's a crazy athlete back there, but our need is CB. So,
well, listen, I feel like, and Scott, correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like when I was listening back to Sunday's show, I tried to throw in some stuff there, and it's really easy to get wrapped up in who's available, what you need, when. I think there was a really great comment earlier. I think Debbie Emerton put it out there that it was really nice to be in a draft not looking for a QB1. It's also really nice being in a draft not really needing anything besides a CB in the first couple rounds, right? So
right.
None of this stuff is crazy crucial. If we get 2 guys, the rest of the draft is, cake and a homer, go nuts, do whatever you want, who cares, best available all day long. But I feel like Sunday that wide receiver pick, I think that screwed up our whole draft. I know that we still got a good grade on it, but I fell into that little stupid trap, man, like that Vietnam trap where they put the leaves over top of the spike pit and it's all wide receivers down there, and I knew that they shouldn't have, and I did. So anyway, I apologize to everybody that was watching Sunday for me screwing up the draft. So I'm going to stay the hell out of it.
There you go. See, Swank, we grabbed Tyquan Thornton. He's the fastest guy in the draft.
Yeah.
That's why we grabbed him there. And there's plenty of options out there.
Sure.
So, Jarrod, this is the reason why I don't think we should get Kyle Hamilton. This guy deserves a start his first year, his second year out there. And if Poyer and Hyde are there, he's just going to be in the background, not doing anything for the Buffalo Bills. And I can't see them using trading up for a first rounder to not use him.
Right. And like we said, they obviously won't make that trade unless we all think that they're going after Sauce, right? Or, so one of those two top guys. So
real fast, though, how sick would it be to have Hamlin and him in the wings, you know?
Yeah.
And then you leave and you have those two guys feeding off each other. I mean, there's a case. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'm not going to put my real opinion out there. I'm just going to play devil advocate to whatever you two pick, and it's going to be awesome.
I like this Trent McDuffie. If we're talking corners, he's the only one valued in the top 15 after those guys.
If you're talking about Scott, get the reel going if it's available.
He doesn't have a reel.
Okay, all right, I got you. Sorry for interrupting you.
But he plays the correct defense. They played his zone scheme back there. This guy, as well as his teammate Kyler Gordon, are very effective. Corners, outside corners, not slot. You see here, he's only been targeted 36 times last year with the 16 receptions, 111 yards. That's it. And quarterback rating his junior year and his senior year are only 52. Very impressive. 5'11", 193. So who do we want to go, Fandemonium? We moved up for a corner. Should we grab the corner?
Yeah, just get him.
I feel it, yeah.
Oh, a little cough in the background.
Yeah, that's my little lady.
All right, we've got our second round pick here coming up. It'll be pick number 57. Kyler Gordner just went off the ball. Jaden Petrie just went off the board here. It's going by pretty quick. Now
I got to. Oh, okay.
I know where you're going, Jarrod. I know where you're going. Swank, what do you want to do?
Yeah, Dan's with me. Yep, there you go, Dan.
Yeah. I mean, I think I called that second round on Sunday too, right? Where like, would anybody be mad at me if we went linebacker? And you're sitting there looking at a really good pick right in the eye. He wouldn't even have to do a whole lot this season, but man, could he? He could push that guy we were just talking about, right?
Chad Muma's been getting a lot of attention lately too.
Yeah, I
like him too.
And to be honest with you, out of the linebackers of this class in the second round here, this guy is 6 foot, 226 pounds, same size as Milano. I think if you want, one of our fans, Rob Mullen last week mentioned, get a player, go back to the 4-3 defense like they did when they had Lorenzo Alexander.
Yep.
So that would automatically get this guy off my board. And I would go, honestly, Chad Muma out of Wyoming.
He does have a knock or two. Dan just said one of them is he's kind of slow. And I think the slowness he's very stiff at the hips. You know what I mean? So he's going to be another one of those Klein, see ball, get ball, straightforward type stuff. And I saw him try to pick up a fumble a couple times and move down the field. And he's very stiff at the hips, but he has the size and the ability to put his helmet on people. So,
I mean, that'd be not a bad pick. PFF gives him a 90.3, which is a very high rating. Let me point this out to you as well. Tackles 115, and he only missed 13 tackles. I've looked at a lot of these stats, and to have a 13 tackles out of 100 plus, missed tackles out of 100 plus is pretty darn impressive.
Yeah.
What's his coverage rate?
About average, right? Oh, no, it's locked. Never mind.
It's locked, yeah. I'm not going to.
We're not paying for this stuff, guys.
No, Dan brings up a good point because that's the one thing that our linebackers might have. I know Edmonds might be a little quick on his pursue and over pursue every once in a while, but what Milano and Edmonds do have is their passing coverage ability. That touchdown pass that they gave up on, who was that long ball against Tampa Bay Buccaneers? Remember how Tremaine Edmonds got stuck on that receiver.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was missed coverage by the behind him. That wasn't even Edmonds' guy. That's what a lot of people don't think about. But that wasn't Edmonds' guys. That's why he got beat so deep.
Well, real quick. I mean, Edmonds he's more of a stout run defender, right? Like that's the whole thing with him. He can fill a gap, do whatever. He leveled out Henry. Milano's the guy that's like wiry and can cover and do whatever. With the state of the defensive line last year, that was more of an important role that Edmonds had to try and fill and got flack for, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you brought in another guy that was a coverage guy like Milano, and now you got a line that consists of Jordan Phillips and Shaq Lawson and Settle and Ed Oliver and Von Miller and all these guys, right? We've already established that their run defense should be way better with those guys up front.
Right.
So
right.
you could throw a Hail Mary and be like, yo, get past those guys, And then aside from like a Derrick Henry beast, you still have linebackers that can chase people down. It's just going to be those big body guys, right? It's going to be a little harder for them to take down. So I would think, I don't know, man. I'm kind of leaning towards that right now. Like, get another Milano.
Yeah.
Why not?
Well, shout out to Brian M. Van Slyke. He's here. What's up, gentlemen? I must say, I've been thinking about this today. I know we like to sit there and we like to watch other podcasts and stuff because it's fun to listen to what everybody says. Brian, thank you for jumping on the show. You're one of the other guys that we see that jumps on every once in a while. There's not many other podcasts that come and view and leave comments on our show, but Brian, you're always there and we appreciate it. Thank you, buddy.
Dude, you being here is epic.
Epic. Effing epic. Scott, what's the CB? I mean, so for the past weeks, we've all said CB, right? What CBs we have on the board?
All right. We have there's a lot of CBs on the board still, which you could probably get. We're going to miss out if we don't get one now. Any of the good ones.
McCollum's on there.
Yep. So here's the thing. Zion McCullum is a smaller school, Sam Houston State. Fast guy, 6'2". Actually, I'll pull him up. 6'2", 200 pounds. He's coming up in the ranks. He is. Obviously, you look over here to the grades by game. They're not playing very tough teams, but the passer rating is only 65. He's only given up half the receptions. Not that bad. Not that bad. You coach him up a little bit and you have him guard against Diggs and Davis, his skill level will come up. What I'm hoping for is the guys that should be on this list that don't get a lot of recognitions, probably because they're getting picked on more. You have someone like Cordell Flott, who is LSU cornerback. He's obviously the opposite side of Stingley. Yep. You have someone like Kobe Bryant, who's opposite side of Gardner. And Kobe Bryant is actually ranked pretty high, and he would be someone I wouldn't mind coming on our roster. So you got guys like that they're the CB number 2 on the other side who potentially are getting picked on a lot more due to the fact that those studs were on the other side. So, I mean, his average draft position is 115. We can get him in the third round with that trade up we had with the Giants. So I would be okay with skipping on a cornerback now and potentially going after that linebacker like you guys want. I will throw this out there because I know there's a lot of people wanting a tight end, and there is a tight end in this draft that's very big and could do a lot for the Buffalo Bills. And I'm skipping these two and going to this Isaiah Likely. 6'5", 245 pounds. The guy, 60 catches, 15.5 yards a catch and 12 touchdowns in 2021. PFFs are getting him a 93.3. A big guy that can catch the ball, score touchdowns, and yak for a tight end.
Yakety
Go
yak.
ahead, Jen.
I like me some Dawson Knox. So
yeah, I love Dawson Knox, and I would love to have a 2 tight end set. Just to be that threatening, crazy. I want Josh Allen to have every option completely available to him at all times. But I also think that O.J. Howard could be that guy.
Agreed.
You just haven't scratched the surface. You got this. It's like when Beasley came to the Bills, right? Remember we were talking about the draft and everything, and or maybe it was last year. No, I think it was when Beasley came and we were like, you got all these new toys. Like, play with the toys you got. You got him and John Brown, whatever. Like, play with the toys you got. And I don't know. I think right here, again, you can do no wrong, but a tight end for me isn't doing as much as like O-line depth or something that like longevity wise you can protect Josh Allen. That's like that Patriot mentality, that Tom Brady mentality. So I don't know, shiny new toy or just something that's solid that can get you back and forth to work, like a Corolla.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. A Toyota Corolla?
Corolla.
Rossi just mentioned the guy from Houston, and the guy that we're talking about is where's his name? I got it blocked out here, guys. Marcus Jones, 5'8", 175 pounds. The Bills are interviewing a lot of people, which I think half of it's smokescreen. But he's 4th, 5th rounder right now. We're picking in the 2nd, so maybe he'll be available later, Rossi. And I'm glad Dan O'Gornham thought this guy up. This is a guy that is new to the position, guys. And let me explain that to you. Let me pull him up for you real quick. He's talking about no, he's talking about the linebacker.
Oh,
where is he? Troy Anderson, linebacker, Montana State. 6'4", 243 pounds.
he's big.
I say he's new because he used to be a quarterback and a running back. The guy runs a 4.4 40. He's raw, and he's getting high grades. Tackles 111, 17 missed tackles, which still isn't that bad. But again, smaller school, not playing against these big hardcore running offenses. So that's always a potential. And if it's a developed player linebacker, you never know. All right, guys, let's make a decision.
Let's go linebacker. Just depends on which one.
Okay, so rank. If you're going for a
let's let the pandemonium pick. Give them 2 options and let's have them pick.
Let's either pick between this guy. He's a Matt Milano style guy. Has good sideline to sideline range according to PFF. He's actually bottom line is going in the 2nd round. And then let's go Chad Muma, the 2nd guy on the board. 6'3", a lot bigger, very athletic. He is also a 3rd round potential. So go ahead and pick it out, Pandemonium. Who do you want? You want Muma or Osamoyoa?
Brian said he likes to watch us because he actually likes us. So that's cool. Epic.
He also laughed at my Corolla joke. So thanks, Bradley. Yeah, we got to get Brian back on the show sometime, man.
Yeah, you ain't kidding.
We got Paul Rossi saying linebacker was QB and RB grab home over Muma.
Grab him over Muma. Rossi likes him over Muma.
Okay, gotcha.
I'll be honest with you. I'm a fan of him too.
Asoma.
Troy Anderson.
Asoma, yep. Paul says not Muma. Dan asked
Are
if
you
we were
paying
paying Brian. Nope.
Brian, deny it. Deny. Oh, shit.
So looking at average draft position, 64 for Osamoa and 53 for Chad Muma. All right, guys, who do you want? This is tough.
Personally, I think I'd go with Brian. Like I said, what I've seen of Muma, Mr. Chad there is he's stiff. He's very stiff in the hips and the knees. So I don't know if that's something you could change. I know the Buffalo Bills have a hell of a training staff there. So maybe they could change some stuff, but he seemed very stiff, but also a big guy. You
got a head coach that loves the hell out of linebackers, so.
Yep.
Okay.
Why not?
Okay. So which one? Asamoah.
Yeah, Asamoah. Okay. Because I think that's Oklahoma University is a big linebacker college anyway.
All right. So those of you that are confused, we're at 67 right now in the 3rd round. That's because that was part of the trade that we had with the Giants earlier to move up to actually get the corner that we wanted. So now
is he there?
We've got a linebacker. We've got a corner. What position do you guys think we should go after next? Swank and I had said we should probably go 2 cornerbacks in the first 3 rounds.
Sir, that's exactly what I was just going to say.
I agree.
So let's see. All those corners are still available.
That's Paul Rossi's guy. It's got to be Marcus Jones, I think. Wasn't he asking about the guy from Houston?
He's asking for the guy for Houston. Where is he?
Top on
right there.
List. Yeah.
Right there. He's the best one available.
He is. He's the best one available right here. He is. Let's see. Average draft position 92 almost. Tariq Woolen is an 88. Let's see here.
How tall was he? Was 5'8", 180?
He's a little guy.
Do we know what his speed is?
We're talking about the Marcus Jones 40. They're not gonna. I wish they had 40s on here.
Well,
Let's
they
look it
do
up.
on Google.
He's short, man.
Yeah, that's the only thing. But if he's ranked that high with being 5'8", 174, he's got to have other skills that just are jumping out. Do you know what I mean? Like
6
able
career
to
return touchdowns, including game winner versus SMU in 2021, 2 interceptions, and 3 pass breakups on 18 targets versus Memphis. Holy shit.
He runs a 4.740.
Oh, it's slow for a CB.
I don't know.
And he's almost
I don't know if
24.
I like this guy. Like, I
No,
mean,
did you guys? No, to be honest with you, did you guys see the little? I don't know who shared it. I think I was on Twitter. But Bean's draft in the first round in the last couple of years, the average age is 21 years old that he's drafting. I think Tremaine Edmonds was 20 or 19, becoming 20. Josh Allen was 21, becoming 20. So they're all really young bucks. Yeah. Seeing that this guy's already he's going to be 24 by the time the season starts, that he might be too old. Sad to say.
I got to tell you, man, the Pandemonium wants a guard. They're all calling for a guard right now. We got.
And
yep, they do. Look at that.
Here's a good one right here. Dylan Parham, a 6'3", 311 pounds. He gets a 90.6 overall at right tackle, guys. And that was in 2020. He played guard this past year.
Multiple positions.
So he plays multiple positions. He's scheduled to go in the 3rd round. I had my eye on this guy when I first started doing these. 0 sacks allowed.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
So Parham's available, guys. We can go real quick, go see the other guards. I actually don't mind this pickup at all either. I don't mind going after a guard right now. I'm a fan of Donovan West as well, a center from Arizona State. He's also, 6'3", tall guy, 3rd round prospect. He is a guard center, so he could play both. He's only 20 years old. Yep. So between those two guys, I would definitely go Dylan Parham. And we get our guard. Let's remember, Botker signed, Bates signed. We still have Ford and Manzies. Saffold is manning that left side. He only signed a 1-year deal. He's 33 years old. So I'm guessing the Bills were hoping to get an offensive interior lineman within the first 4 rounds to potentially mold to be able to take over for him next year. And I think Dylan Parham could be that guy in the 3rd round. I think that's a good pick.
What if you look up at Woolen CB really quick? He ran a 4.26.
Yep, he's still there.
Yeah, he's there. I think we drafted him on Sunday, didn't we?
Yep, we drafted him on Sunday.
You guys did. That's what I loved about Sunday, guys, is when you guys were doing this, you guys were taking everybody's comments in consideration, and I would tune in every once in a while, and I was absolutely loving it. You guys were doing a great job, and that's why I'm so excited tonight, because everyone's leaving their comments, and we're taking everybody's names into consideration. It's awesome.
Scott? He tuned in every once in a while.
I know.
He just popped in every once in a while. Thanks, Jarrod.
So I also want to show you guys this. His pass block snaps 545 as opposed to 336 running. And Memphis obviously is a passing team. Are the Bills a passing team?
Yeah.
Yes, they are. And guys, 545 snaps with 0 sacks. That's pretty impressive. 2 hits. Yeah, I'm okay with this pick. Y'all want to get this guy?
Do it.
Looks like the Pandemonium does too. Let's do it. Now.
Do it.
I can tell you right now, if we're gonna get a 2nd corner in this draft, we're gonna have to do it now.
If it's Woolen,
Kobe Bryant, Flop from LSU.
I still like Kobe, man. I was hoping that our Sunday draft would mesh out so that we would get him too. And I know that he's kind of like one of those dark horse favorites, like a lot of Bills fans are hoping that we get him. I would love a world where we get Booth and him. You get one that could start and one that can maybe start.
Can you imagine a world, Swank, where we got Booth and Mario Goodrich, both Clemson teammates?
In a world where we get Booth and Mario.
Oh, with the paw sign and the helmet from the Clemson Tigers.
All right. Who we getting now, guys? We're in the 4th round. We've gotten our cornerback and Trent McDuffie. We went ahead and grabbed a linebacker who, if the Bills do decide to go 4-3 defense rather than 4-2, we've got that guy. We just picked up a guard to spell Saffold for next year, if not fight for some playing time this year. And so now I think we should address corner. If you guys have something else, go ahead. Like
Paul
I said,
Rossi. Paul Rossi loves Kobe. But here, guys, I'm looking at the screen here, and I see that PFF needs for Buffalo Bills is wide receiver and defensive interior, right? I imagine what that's DI. Do you guys what's your take on receiver? Do you think we need to approach a receiver?
If I may, I made
Go
this
ahead,
mistake
Swank.
on Sunday, man.
I know.
I don't think we pressingly need a wide receiver. I think that these are imaginary holes that we don't really need to fill. I also don't think that we need defensive interior linemen. I mean, we need bodies for camp, and we need people to step up in case these one-year contracts don't work out. But I don't see it as this huge necessity. I think that Settle puts a bid in for a lot of reps and a heavy rotation right off the bat. And then what are you going to do? Because you got Eddie O and you got Jordan Phillips, who is going to step in there with a chip on his shoulder wanting them. So I don't know. And you got that guy from Carolina that we picked up, all this stuff. Sure, get one, get some competition. There's this whole other element to this where there are people that you're going to draft that are not going to make this team. So, I mean, healthy competition, sure. Wide receiver, Mullen last Sunday made the argument Stevenson's still on the team. You know what I mean? You still got football touchdown Jesus on the team. There's a lot of people that can make plays, or you haven't seen their full potential yet.
Jamison Crowder signed an amazing deal to come over here.
Yeah, I mean, you have the top 4 spots are already set to me in stone. So beyond that, you still got some quality guys or some guys that you need to shake out a little bit. So I don't know. Yeah, grab one late, see what happens. We got Hodgkin still. There's a lot of unknowns. So I would really, for me, flooding that CB room as much as you can do. That's where I'm at. And then, yeah, safety, man. I'm sold on the safety, the linebacker position. Do all that.
And another thing, Swank, to tap on what you're saying, Scott, the fact that we have number 17 back there throwing the ball, and I hate to use New England Patriots as a comparison, but Tom Brady was a great quarterback over there. He still is for Tampa Bay.
He?
But was he really? What accolades does he have? But the fact that every time a receiver came into that locker room, it was a no-name receiver. Actually, 3 of them are Hall of Famers right now, or going to be. But the fact of the matter is, Tom Brady was throwing them the ball, throwing the receivers the ball, whoever it was. They were catching it. So we have that number 1 spot, quarterback, and that's who's going to deliver. So we have a good squad of wide receivers right now. Anybody added would be great to help with depth, but we still have a full squad of receivers that I'm happy about. So,
yeah.
That's the best thing about having a QB number 1, not having to worry about a draft or next year's draft or future drafts for guys, is Mr. Josh Allen there sitting at being our leader on the offense.
Hell yeah. We got
Mike Vogt. What's up, Mafia?
We got Dan O'Gorman saying PFF is wrong. They have not changed what we need since before free agency.
Saw that.
Paul Rossi, true. Think they don't even have our roster correct.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Scott, quick question.
You got a plane in your garage?
I know. What was that?
That's why you saw me left. The heater's about to kick on. It's loud, so I had to go turn it off.
What's our next pick after this one? We're at 130. So
38 picks, 168.
Can we do a trade right now?
It'd be too late. We'd have to trade up from the 168. We're already at 130.
Okay, so we have Flott there. And is McCollum still available?
Nope.
Oh, he's not? Damn it, I didn't see him on the list. Okay.
McCollum's gone.
I was going to say, can we trade up our last couple picks for another CB so we can get 2 CBs in a row possibly?
Well, if we were to do that, we would have had to done it earlier to move up from 130.
I gotcha.
So it's too late now. But I like this Cordell Flott, guys. This guy is someone that he runs a 4.440. He's good size, a little thin.
Yep.
You'll see
Young.
he's 23 receptions on 45 targets. Let's keep in mind that he's probably picked on a little more with Stingley being on the other side.
Yeah.
But his quarterback rating is 73.3, which isn't bad. I wouldn't mind this pick right here.
Where's is Kobe gone? He's got to be lower than this.
Kobe's
right?
gone. Yep,
Oh,
they
he is
all
gone.
went that last round.
Wow.
Kobe.
What about Mario?
Mario Goodrich is still here. He's someone that, like I said, played opposite side of Booth. 6 foot, 176 pounds. Let's see here. 0 TDs. Gives up about half the receptions. Only 244 total yards. Quarterback rating of 49, which is pretty impressive.
Yeah, there you go. Swank, I'm going to give you another prop here. If you were to look at watch the K-Gun last year at this time, Swank always mentioned that he's not really a draft guy, and he never has been. But, man, you are doing some crazy shit this year, man. Swank, you're on top of a lot of stuff. I give you props, man.
Thanks. It's you guys have kind of very rewardedly put me in that position where I got to kind of know what the hell I'm talking about. So whereas before I would just be like, oh, the Bills drafted those guys, I will watch these guys. Now I'm slightly more interested in what we're doing. And plus, doing this almost all year round minus 6 weeks, right? Like two shows a week. You got to kind of know a little bit. And I don't know a quarter of elephant's ass hair to what Scott or
Scott's crazy with this stuff, man.
But it's good. Like I said, it's nice to have all of us together giving that out, because like I don't want anybody to feel uncomfortable because they don't know who the hell these guys are, because I don't know who most of these guys are.
Well, that's why we love it, because the fans, you guys, the fandemonium is chipping in. This is a great way, and this is a wonderful time to do this kind of show, because it's a great way to help other people understand some of the players that potentially can lead to the Bills picking them. Other than the obvious names in the first, second, and third round that a lot of people might know, these later round picks, it's cool to see videos like this. It's cool to hear the info from Dan O'Gorham saying that the cornerback Flott is from LSU, which is cornerback university, which is probably
university.
Yeah, I mean, that's Trey White. Trey White was in a backfield full of good cornerbacks, and the Bills drafted him in the first round. I mean, you get the insight from not just us, but from other people, and we also get a lot of information from the fans that are joining in the conversation. And this is exactly why we do this kind of stuff, because we love it.
Yeah. Paul Rossi wants to know, Vanderbilt DB1, is he still available? Do we have a name for him?
Vanderbilt.
Paul
Petrie, Jalen Petrie. He'd have been gone in the second or third round. I think that's who he might be. I don't know. Let's go Cordell Flott, guys. Let's get our cornerback so we can be done talking about corners. All right, let's get him. Let's remember, he played opposite side of Stingley. Wonderful quarterback rating against. I like that pick. So we have 4 more picks. This is where the conversation becomes interesting, Swank, because this can be a running back. This can be interior defensive line. Oh, boy, look who's there. Noah Ellis, a guy that I'm a huge fan.
We got him last week, too, or Sunday, too, right?
We sure did. Did. And
all about it.
Rob Mullen, I think, or one of our fans on Sunday asked about Brian Robinson in this round, actually, to see if he was still available, the Alabama running back. Good size thumper. I mean, we all want someone that could pound the ball in the middle. 6'2", 225 pounds. Yeah, that's pretty impressive. Let's see what his 5-yard average. Yeah, I mean, he got the tote, 271 carries this past year. And he caught some balls. Look at that, 35 out of 38 targets he caught.
But he's also coming from running back university, because Alabama's produced quite a bit of running backs too. Derrick Henry.
Right.
Camping over there, probably the same size. Derrick Henry averaged 4.3 yards a carry last year. He had some big runs, showed some speed, but he's another thumper. So
I
like that guy there.
O'Gorman was asking. Haskins, running back. Is he available?
Haskins, running back. Let's see here.
Hassan Haskins.
Haskins, right there in Michigan.
He's
also a big kid. Let's watch some film.
Yeah, let's watch some tape.
Let's watch some tape. Now, this is a late round running back, guys. Obviously, the Bills have drafted the last 2 running backs in the 3rd round. We're in the 5th round now. Moss was a hit or miss. I liked him when he came out of college, but he talked a big game of making an executive decision if you were going to come and tackle him, and he really hasn't proven much.
Singletary took over that role,
but he didn't help the cause either. I mean, Moss really didn't lower the helmet. He tried to be a little more shifty than he actually is, and injury didn't help him. And I think he's got 2 years on his rookie contract, and he potentially could be pushed out by one of these late round running backs if the Bills were going to get him. This guy looks pretty shifty for a big 228-pounder. I like this pick, actually.
Joey Hatch says they were looking at that running back from Michigan State, if he's still available.
Kenneth Walker the third. He's gone in the 2nd or 3rd round,
Gotcha.
easy. Yeah, this guy looks pretty good.
All right, well,
Sorry.
I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not looking at running back, so.
No,
So, Swank,
I'm there with you.
what position are you looking at? You guys know what I like. You guys know what I like in this spot. I'm a huge fan of Noah Ellis. He's a Tech 1. We got Tim Settle that came in. We have Jordan Phillips that came in that could play those roles, but Jordan Phillips only signed the 1-year contract, which would mean Noah Ellis could come in next year at 6'4", 346 pounds. He crashes the pocket. He creates a lot of double teams. He could do that. What are you thinking, Swank?
I mean, I'm in on it. You sold me on Sunday. I know I just went on that whole diatribe about, we don't need a defensive interior lineman. We're in the 5th round right now, so we're kind of in that no man land where like most of these guys aren't going to make it on this Buffalo Bills team. This is a guy that could actually make it. He's also 2nd best available. You're getting him at they said average draft placement 167, so I don't know. If he's ranked 130 and his average draft space is 167 and he's a big old body, I'm good on him, man. I think he's going to be a solid staple.
It's almost the perfect spot, right? I mean, we see the numbers match up. We're at 168 and it's 167. I think, bring a young guy in there.
I'm good with it.
Dan O'Gorman, Neal from LSU. I think Neal is also an interior offensive lineman, and I had him going 3rd and 4th round, so I don't think he will be available, but I know who you're talking about.
Here's the thing about defensive interior. I know we picked up a lot of guys recently in free agency, but just because we get those great additions to the defensive line doesn't mean that one of these guys like Noah Ellis can't come in and take over. Do you know what I mean? Some of these guys are on 1-year contracts. There's no reason why, if Noah shows his umph in there and gets in there and shows his worth, that he can't take over and be a spot in there, because we have wealth there. We have a good number of defensive linemen that have fantastic ability, but also great experience. That doesn't mean that somebody like Noah can't come in there and take over and grab one of those spots and kick one of these guys out. So get a young guy in there.
Everybody we mentioned, guys, YouTube has a whole bunch of highlight films. To put in Noah Ellis, he crashes the middle. I mean, he legit will take up a double team, and he's just got one of those power rushes that could wreak havoc, especially if you go heavy set and bring a Jordan Phillips in next to him. And then, oh, God forbid, man. You have Von Miller coming off the outs. Oh, man, this is going to be a dangerous defense. The more I talk about it, the more excited I get. But
Goosey Pimples.
Yeah. Noah Ellis, guys?
Do it.
All right. Brian Robinson would have been a really big steal that round if we wanted running back. We've got 3 more picks. Brian Robinson's still available.
What's going on?
All right,
let's look for offensive line.
We already got Parnham, Jared. You want another offensive line?
No. We're good. Sorry.
Unless you want another one. I mean, we could use a tackle.
No, stealing.
All right.
No, Joey Hatch said we were very depleted that offensive line. I mean, we need to start putting some stock in that to protect Josh.
All right.
We had Parnham, so
we have Parnham, but I also have this guy right here, Josh Rivas. He's a very good offensive lineman. He will be available next round for sure. 6'6", 330 pounds, nice high grade from PFF. Run and block, pass blocking appears to be the same, but not giving up any sacks. So he would be another steal for Kansas if he was available the next round.
So I've seen you guys do every draft. Our punter, is he still available?
Yes.
Oh yeah, he's still available.
Okay. All right.
I think so. Is this sixth or fifth round right now? Sixth round.
Sixth round. We got 2 picks in the sixth. Yep.
So I would say steal this running back, and then get a razor. We got everybody looking for a razor right now.
A razor. Yep. A razor.
Paul Rossi wants to know, is the tackle from Wake Forest still around? Played all but center.
So he's another one of those Buffalo Bills lineman guys that they like to be able to run across that whole line of scrimmage. So
super versatile.
Versatile.
What school did he go to?
Wake Forest.
The Demon Deacons?
Yeah, I'm not seeing him. Unless the tackle, you said.
Yep. I'll put it back up. Just so everybody knows. Hey, man, listen, if you're on right now and you're not subscribed or liked or following or whatever.
They're all liked. They're all liked.
YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all that stuff. We're on Twitch now. Please do that. Spread the word. Hang out. We also have the draft show coming up next Thursday, a week from Thursday. And you can call in. We're going to be getting a nice buzz on, compliments of our boy Paul Rossi, who is the man, and taking phone calls, doing good things, bad times, good things, bad times. Either way.
Good things, great oldies. There you go. I think you're talking about Zach Tom. Zach Tom's a tackle. He was available earlier on in his he was like top guy available in like the third or fourth round. So I'm thinking he's going to go that quick. So what do we want, guys? 203, 231. We've got a running back. Did we grab a linebacker yet? We did.
Can't you go review what we've done?
I have no. They don't let you go back and see what we've done.
Damn it!
Unless I go back each individually and do this.
Yeah, do that. No, just kidding.
All right. So we got a corner in the first, right? The second round, we went ahead and grabbed a linebacker.
Yep.
Third round, we had one pick. We moved up to get our guard, Dylan Parnham. Fourth round, we grabbed right there. Hold on. There's Zach Tom for you.
Yep. Third round.
Wake Forest. He went to fourth round. Yep.
Good call, though.
Right there.
We went and got our second corner. Fifth round was just the last round, 2 rounds ago. That's when we got Noah Ellis, that interior defensive lineman, that stud of a Tech 1 defensive lineman. And we stole the running back from Alabama with the first pick in the 6th round, Brian Robinson. And now we've got the second pick right now. A lot of people say be safe and go get a razor. He is right here. We can go grab him.
Get him. So it's like, get a razor.
All right. We have to. Let's get him.
What are the chances? Yeah, we got our God punter, the punter of God.
And I'm telling you, we can grab another interior offensive lineman if Josh Rivas is there.
Sorry, Joey Hatch says
there he is. Josh Rivas is there.
Smash that button and share to everybody, including your ex-wife. Hello.
All right, guys. For the
Dan
last
Ocha is here.
The last couple of years, what's up, Dan? The last couple of years, the Bills really haven't. Well, their 7th round picks haven't made the roster, so this would be a pick that could be practice squadish or what? What would we want with Ford? This is why I think Josh Rivas would be good here. We don't know what they're going to do with Ford. We don't know if Coach K Corman, what's his name? Cromer. Coach Cromer, what he's going to be able to do with Ford. We got Manzi, who just signed. He's an older guy. Bates and Bacher are there, obviously, and then an older gentleman in Saffold that we just signed for 1 year. Could we bring in Josh Rivas potentially if Ford doesn't make the cut and Bacher's 1 year deal is done after this year? Oh, and Manzi doesn't even make the roster. We only have 2 guards going into the next year. I threw out the stats earlier. He's impressive. 6'6", 330 pounds. He's a guy. Yep. No sacks allowed. I mean, those are crazy good numbers.
Scroll down really quick against who he played against this past year.
It's Kansas. So they're going to play
played some decent.
Stanford, Oklahoma U, TCU, Kentucky,
They
Baylor,
played some
LSU.
Decent schedule.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what about corner?
Swank, to your point, always saying you can never have enough cornerbacks on your roster,
Yeah.
right?
Let's just load up on him here.
This guy right here, average draft position 183, and he's available. Jermaine
he's
Walker,
50.
6 foot, 180 pounds.
Let's
Let's go
watch
click
some
on him real
footage.
quick.
Play
20
that beautiful bean footage.
See, Dan O'Gorman, Rivas is solid. I like where your head is, Dan.
Swank, what number one draft pick from the Buffalo Bills came from Virginia Tech?
Swank, the reason I'm laughing is I'm going to give you a huge hint here. It's your favorite player of all time.
I was gonna go with that, and then decided just to let it sit in silence because I can't believe you would insult me with such a question.
Tight coverage there for this guy. 30 tackles, 4 interceptions, 9 pass breakups. That's not bad.
I like those white helmets too. VT wears. Yeah.
The helmet guy weighing in.
Yep, the guy that does custom helmets. Not bad, but they're showing the same play. Let's see him again here. Looks like he's where's the quarterback's head up top? Ooh,
Nice. That was a nice pick.
nice. Right on his pocket.
Damn, good return too.
Yeah, not
Yeah,
bad.
I like that.
All right, there's
No,
a corner there for you, Swank. 6
Well, so-
foot, 180 pounds.
Yeah, and then I mean we were talking about tight end earlier, right? And that seemed to be best available. He was right at the top.
6'4", 230 pounds. Let's see. He's a San Jose State Spartan. This is only caught half his targets approximately. Had good amount of yards. 15.3 yard average is no joke. He got pretty high grade for PFF. He's still available.
I like his
I'd like to
take
see
on
like his
CB
blocking
though.
stats.
Right. I want to know how good of a blocker he is.
Yeah.
Okay.
What else?
We haven't got a safety, Dan.
Yeah.
We haven't got a safety. Which, I don't know much about safeties after the top 5 come off the board. But this guy, he's good size. Anybody you had in mind, Dan? There's a handful of them.
Parossi said 7th round. Can grab safety from Michigan, who can also play slot, so he covers 2 spots.
Would it be this Brad Hopkins feller?
Brad, it's got to be the guy right up top.
Probably.
He still gets a green overall rating from PFF. Coverage snaps 444. Not many missed tackles. Let's see here. Yeah, he played a lot of slot. Good call. He played in the box too, which we all know is a player position.
Yo, Dan has commented safety like 5 times. I got wrapped up in that video. I had to switch back and forth. It's like I missed a bunch of comments, but it's like safety. Safety. Did
Sorry,
not
Dan.
get your safety.
Here it is. I see it.
Yo, we got Robbie here saying, "Hey, Jarrod, Swank, Scott. Hey, what's up, Robbie?"
Hey.
From the
Hey,
sweet
hey.
stream, Let's Talk 716 Sports. We're hoping
John
to get
Wayne-
on the show here soon, buddy.
Yeah. Jean-Wayne Thomas, Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, 6'1", 212 pounds. Dan O'Gorman said, look at him real quick.
6 times. 6 times he said it.
He got pretty high missed tackles. to
Ken
the
O'Daniel's here. Ken, welcome to the show. Ken is from Chocolate Lab Puppies in Benton, Kentucky. I know his lab mamas just had a couple babies. So if you want to go check out and get a lab or a silver lab or a charcoal lab or a chocolate lab, chocolate lab puppies of Benton, Kentucky. He's got some good puppies. I got a puppy over there right now, Willow. She's a charcoal lab and she's absolutely wonderful.
I have one too named Lucy.
I'm gonna need one of those guys in a little while. So we'll talk up and get his info. I can't talk too loud right now. Okay. It's a surprise.
I get it.
So, this Georgia Tech safety played against Clemson. Duke has a pretty good passing attack. That's Notre Dame obviously has their offense, and Georgia has a top 10 wide receiver on their roster. So, that's a guy. Pandemonium, pick our safety for us. Do we want to go safety here, guys?
Looks like that's what everybody wants to do. Paul says Ball Hawkins.
Brad, his video looked good.
I like Brad.
Let's do it. Nike. And, with Poyer and Hyde on the opposite side of 30, Jaquan Johnson's a guy they got out of Miami a couple years ago who's a special teams ace, but I'm really excited about DeMar Hamlin. I think he's got a lot to offer. He's a Dane Jackson teammate from Pitt, and I think that position might be set. And just the concern of, when the tides turn a little bit, the tables turn, and we're going to have 2 new safeties back there within the next 5 years, fellas. Who would we want it to be? Could it be someone like a Brad Hawkins?
Paul Rossi
Sure.
and Joey Hatch say Bruce Smithfield.
Hawkins is good. Daniel Gorman gave us the okay. Let's draft him. Let's see what we get. And I do want to show these guys real quick about this PFF draft. Mock draft isn't just about you picking your players. I'll show you what else they have to offer. We only got a C+ for Trent McDuffie. Oh, shut up. We got a C+ for Brian Osama. Okay, Brad Hawkins is our only A. Good job, crew.
Wow. What?
Hey,
Really?
a D+ for Matt Areza. Okay, whatever. I like this draft though.
I
like
liked
this
it better
draft.
than the one on Sunday, man. I really
We
did.
addressed the cornerback. We got a corner. We potentially got a second guy that'll be there. Linebacker, obviously, we don't know what the Bills are going to do with their defense. With our corners being so short, they may go 4-3 rather than a 4-2. So we're going to need someone there. I know Tyrell Dodson signed a contract. He's someone I'm really excited about. He potentially could be that 4-3, that Alexander type linebacker. But we're going to need someone there. Dylan Parnham can help us at guard position. Noah Ellis is that stout, heavy Tech 1 D1, defensive lineman. Brian Robinson was a steal in the 6th round.
That's what I'm saying. They gave it a C on that, and 185. He was projected like 130. So being 50 players behind, and we still got him, I think a C.
All right,
That's kind of
I'm going to go ahead
on
and say this.
PFF.
This is why PFF is complete trash, dude. If you go through every single thing, round 1, pick 7, a trade. Okay, so you gave up another first rounder for him, right? So he's got to be like the CB2 for years to come. But they had him at number 8. You picked him 1 pick early, and it's a C+ and it's a need? Like, what?
Yeah.
And then linebacker, C+ for what? Why?
If you look to the right, it has you their big board number and then when they were picked. So
Yeah,
we're
so
getting those guys. Yeah.
So, we stole him. That's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
The next one was right on, guard, offensive line depth, right where they ranked him, C. What? And then everything beyond that, except for a Reza. No, not even. We stole a Reza. Like, what the hell is this, man?
This Brian Robinson pick, we got him
Yeah.
70 picks ahead.
2 rounds.
That's what I'm saying.
2 full rounds before they had him going. Or after they had him going.
Guys, don't let it hurt your feelings. PFF.
No, that's stupid. It's completely stupid.
Daniel Gornham, thank God you guys got a safety. And we got an A- on that pick too.
Yeah, dude. See, we should just listen to him the whole time.
All right, I want to show you guys this real quick, okay?
Mm-hmm.
This is what I love about it because this is what we're going to use. April 28th, in just over a week, 24/7 Buff Fan and Moy McKay Gun Report is going to go live again. We're on Thursday for the draft. We're going to go over every pick. We're going to have fans call in from other teams, excited about the future. We're going to have some drinks. We're going to have some food. And I'm going to be using this board to kind of knock people off and see who's left. But this is what I like about here is you can go and click on a lot of the options, see who's best available. Team needs, obviously they need to update that because they still have Buffalo as wide receiver and interior defenders, which are 2 positions we addressed already. But you can go through the top guys that are available in those spots. I like this site in that regard, but they definitely do need to update a lot of things.
Yeah. Real quick, Ken O'Daniel says, why did we pick McDuffie over Sauce or the LSU corner? Sauce was gone. Was the LSU corner gone?
Yep.
Sauce and Stingley were gone already. They went the Detroit Lions picked up Sauce Gardner, and the Jets with their early pick picked up Stingley. That's why we went there.
Gotcha.
Guys, I had fun tonight. I don't know about you.
Excuse me. Yeah. Me too. It was a great time.
I
So
just
Scott-
wish we landed Sauce.
Scott
Damn
alluded
it.
to this earlier. They're going to do a Sunday sessions. You guys are actually going to do a full draft, right? You're going to pick for everybody.
For the
We're
first
picking
round.
all 32 teams. All 32 teams for the first round.
All 32 rounds, right? So tune in Sunday at 11 o'clock for Sunday sessions. Scott and Swank's pre-draft show. They're going to go through 1 through 32 and pick everybody's draft picks. Well, that's going to be fun to see. And we're not going to be here next Tuesday, but the 28th we will be. And I can't wait to carry this conversation on with everybody there. We're going to be there for a couple hours doing everything. Before we close out for tonight, Fandemonium, if there is one player you want in the draft, throw it out there right now. Swank, close us out. What's one player you want from the draft? And then the closing thought.
I mean, if we're going home run homer, I want Sauce. I want Sauce all day long, man. And I think if you could get high enough to get him, and then when Trey comes back, you have those 2 shutdown corners, it would be A, exciting, B, what is anybody going to do against us? You short up that D-line. You got already the number 1 passing defense going into this this season. It's a very exciting time to be a Buffalo Bills fan. You got the potential of all these sacks now. You got Eddie Oliver hitting his stride. You got Epinesa trying to prove his worth. You got Groot coming into his own. There's so many storylines and so much cool stuff to get excited about. And these little stupid pieces that'll fall into place, man. I don't know. I just think if you got, without a doubt, that CB2 right off the bat, and it was Sauce, it would just... this fan base wouldn't even be able to handle it. So that's my guy. Beyond that, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for all the support. We've been overloaded with so many positive interactions and comments and shares and views and all that stuff. And, we do this all on our own. It's just super nice to get all that support from you guys and interact, and you guys keep it fun, and it's a great time, and I wish the season started tomorrow, man. I really wish the season started tomorrow. But other than that, you can catch us every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time right here on Facebook Live, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, your grandma's VHS tapes from 1982. Anywhere else? I don't know if there's anywhere else we can be. You can follow us on Twitter, me at Swank247BF, Scott at Scott247BF, Jarrod at Jarrod247BF, and at 247BuffFandemonium on Twitter, Instagram, all the places, everywhere. Thanks so much.
We're everywhere.
The best, man. The best.
I got 2 players, Jarrod. And I laughed just earlier with Dan O'Gorman's comments about Sauce and the wings, because I was actually going to go there.
Sauce with blue cheese.
A name that couldn't be better fitting for a football team with the Buffalo Wings would be Sauce. And I think I'm with Swank. That's the player I want. And I think the Bills will be aggressive this year in going after that. And there's 2 players I want. I want Sauce Gardner, and I do want Areza. Due to the fact that if we sign him, if we sign Sauce, we'll have him for 5 years, so our backfield will be pretty stout for a while. We get Areza, we'll have him for 3 or 4 years, depending on how late we get him, and we'll save $1 million on our cap space, which then the Bills can go ahead. Right now they have 8.3. They can go ahead and sign one of those veteran cornerbacks that we've been talking about for the veteran deal. Everything will fall into place just like we want it to, and I think it'll be a perfect little story. So those 2 guys, I think Bills will be aggressive and get one of those, Sauce or Stingley, and then definitely Areza I'm excited about. 51.1 yard average is a crazy punt average. I'm excited about it. And I can't wait for the draft. If we have this kind of conversation going with the fans, it's just going to be out of control. And we really do want to hear your guys' voices, and we do want to hear your opinions. So we're going to have the phones open, and we hope that you do call us and have that conversation. We can't wait. I can't wait.
Yeah, I mean, that's a 4-hour block, man. Last year was so fun. We got to put voices to the names. I don't know. It's a really cool thing, and we're going to try and make it bigger and better this year. And we'll have your comments coming in and all that stuff too. But, yeah, please call in, man. Zoom in. Whatever, man. We'll figure it out. It'll be great.
We'll get you there. Yep. My guy, I know you guys keep saying Sauce Gardner, but my guy is Ahmed Gardner. Bean was quiet last year. We were sitting in the draft party just waiting for something to happen, and he waited until he picked up Gregory Russo, which we expect big things from this gentleman next year. But I'm fully anticipating within the first 10 picks this year that Buffalo is going to move up and trade, and we're hoping that's with the Giants to get ahead of the other teams there and grab Sauce Gardner. He's one of those guys who can get in there right away, as everyone's already said, and that's my guy that I hope the Buffalo Bills get. Guys, great show. Pandemonium, thank you for participating. Don't forget to tune in Sunday at 11 o'clock to watch these guys do their last 32 rounds. And we will definitely see everybody next Thursday for the NFL draft. Until then, stay warm. Take care of each other. Go Bills.
We're just going to do one round. We'll do 32 teams in that first round, Jarrod.
Thanks for clarifying. Go Bills.
Go Bills!
Go. Bill!
This is a dangerous group.